Good morning. Would you believe I am out here walking around the park that I thought about this and said, oh my goodness, when's the last time I took a walk? When's the last time where I put my list aside, I put everything aside, and I just decided to do one thing? When's the last time you came outside on purpose and decided to be in nature and just do one thing? I want you to percolate on that as I talk about that today. The power of one. Oh, so you caught up, huh? I'm glad you could join me. You know, I have to tell you, back in the day, kind of way back in the day, I worked in New York City and I worked on the stock exchange. And I had this big journal. It was, the American Express journal that you had, that you wrote down everything that you needed to do. And my whole page of my daily planner was filled with things that I needed to do. And I checked them off every day, and I was so excited that I got done. When you're in your 20s, it's a little different. But I have to tell you, I focused on the world. Now, I have to mention that as a woman, we think of things like a string of pearls, and everything is connected. Now, gentlemen, you can testify to that when you bring up one thing, it's connected to this and that and that and that, and it goes on. And in our mind, that's how it works. But ladies, I want to inspire you today to consider just thinking about one thing. Putting those things, that checklist aside for a minute. And with COVID, I had to rethink my strategy of running around and getting things done, because there was so much to do, and you had to wait in line, and you had to have a mask, and you had to stay 6 feet apart. And at the end of the day, I felt frustrated because I couldn't get things done. And then I thought about, and I was not satisfied either. So then I thought about, what could I do? I had to pray and get quiet about it. And what came to me was just the power of one, of getting one thing done, one thing complete, focusing on that one thing, and being willing to be satisfied. Today I'm walking in this park because I'm just focusing on one thing, being out in nature, listening to the rhythm of my body, walking and enjoying it. Now, gentlemen, it may be easier for you because, guys, let's be real. You could do something, just be quiet, and a woman will come along and say, "What are you doing?" And you would say nothing. Ladies, the guys are telling the truth. They really are thinking about nothing. Well, what if you just didn't think about anything? Or you did one thing, one purposeful thing, and got it done? Would you feel energized? Would you even take the time to celebrate and be satisfied? So I encourage you, consider the power of one. It could do wonders for you. It's amazing that by being inside most of the time, I've forgotten what it sounds like to listen to the water, to hear the birds chirping, to not hear the TV, the radio, my phone ringing, my phone clicking when messages come through, and just have a chance to be still. Now, in a way, that's kind of an oxymoron, because our body has a rhythm. Every living thing moves. But when do we concentrate on our breathing? When do we concentrate on just quietly walking around? When do we just concentrate and give God a few moments? Not with our laundry list of things, but just say, I'm going to give you this one moment. I'm going to give you 5 moments. Do you have anything to say to me? Good morning, God. I wonder what you would receive. I started sitting quietly and listening with the one intention of hearing, not concerned about what's going on with me, but hey, God, what's going on with you? I know I can't handle the world, but what if there's one thing? And you know what I realized? I started this thing where I just text or call one person, just one thing a day. Because I'm sure that if people just did one thing a day to make the world better, where would we be? Could we get on one accord? Just simply for the sake of love. What would the world be like? I'm sure that the atmosphere would be a lot better. Consider that, the power of one. We can make a huge difference with that one thing.